I gotta sneeze.
Well, cheers, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
I was actually gonna tell you I watched Greg's set on YouTube.
What'd you think?
I actually liked it. I thought he had a lot of good premises.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? I fucking gave you like all your premises, you bitch.
I thought he had a lot of good premises. However the fuck you say the plural.
Just kidding. Greg comes up with all his premises, but I give him the punchline.
Yeah. I had to stop watching yours. Because I felt like I was memorizing your shit.
I've been doing the same ones, dude. Because I've been doing.
You have to.
Well, the thing is that like the ones that get recorded, I don't record them on purpose. Like Greg records them. Thank you, Greg. You fucking dick. He records them and he's the one that posts. He's the one that's been posting them. But I've been realizing like some of the ones that have been the same have changed a little bit. Where like I used to do like, I'm not sure if you heard the one about like my cousin going to jail or whatever. About wearing a mask in the bank.
Yeah.
That one I've been changing it as my dad now, and people fucking like it like that. So like I've noticed that like how it starts to like change a little bit. I'm like, oh, I gotta just keep recording so I can see the differences. But anyways,
yeah, for sure.
But point taken, I gotta get some new stuff.
Do you? No, it's not that you need to get new stuff. It's just that's how it works. Right? You're gonna practice the same shit over and over for a bit. What do you think the difference is?
What?
Because you're saying that you changing it to your dad made it funnier. You think it's because
it's the fucking the
literally the word dad maybe or the
no, it's the fucking accent. It's the accent. It's like oh no, mijo, and they're like oh haha, this guy likes tacos or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say you used to always have a bit about your dad doing the fucking YouTube thing.
Well, that's what I've some dude.
But I don't know if you've ever done it stand up wise, but you used to tell that story.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing. I'm gonna start talking about it. He's like, yeah, see, I pick on the YouTube. Pícale ahí. He's like, poke at it. Pícale YouTube.
He wants you to solve all those fucking problems and shit.
He's good now. He fucking sends memes and shit, and he sends like
but that's how he's not getting vaxxed and shit. Like being unbridled on YouTube.
Yeah, well, he's vaccinated now. That son of a bitch. He fucking was dying like fucking he was fucking dying. So now it's funny too because I got COVID like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. No, like 3 weeks ago now.
What?
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. It's been past the incubation period.
Give me a kiss.
But I was fine. I was fine. Like I only fucking found out I had COVID because I had to test for work every week, and I was like, oh yeah, fucking. I like didn't even notice, and I saw it. And I'm like, wait, is that a line? And sure enough, I was like, fuck.
Did they give you time off?
No, fucking. What? That shit's gone. That's not even a real thing anymore. Because if there's really, they're nice. Not mine. My fucking school. Because right now the way they're doing it is if it's an outbreak, like multiple people, like a lot of people, where they gotta shut down the school, they'll pay you for your time. But if it's just one person, they're like fuck you.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's what happened to me. It was just me. And they're like fuck you. But the thing is that before me there was a huge outbreak. But I was fucking negative. And then I was the only one that was positive when everybody else was negative. And then after me, I think like 3 more people got it. But the same thing happened to them. They didn't get shit. I work from home, so it doesn't matter. I was like, Trace Thompson.
What else? What was I gonna say? Put it off my phone. Oh yeah, you know you're asking if I had problems and shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What are your problems?
My car was parked in the parking lot where you can't park, right? Because did you park here?
I parked downstairs.
You weren't supposed to drive. That was a trick question.
Yeah, well, it's fine. I feel like if we get fucked up, dude, the place that we're staying at, this Airbnb, first of all, is really nice. They don't have a hot tub, but they have like a really nice little fountain and like a hammock, a nice little like seating area and a fire pit and like a grill. So we could chill there. They said you're not supposed to bring people, but
so if we get 2 more people, we can like film the intro to Friends out there or what?
Yeah, actually, there you can fall in. It's kind of rocky, but then you got to pay millions of dollars because you feel like it wasn't diverse enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you hear about that guy? The creator of Friends paid like $4 million to like the NAACP or something just because he was like, I felt like Friends wasn't diverse enough. Yeah. So he literally paid out of pocket just to like he's like here for reparations or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's funny because he got so rich from that show for not having black people that now he's like, oh, I'm sorry here.
They added a black character at the end because of that, no?
I never think they did.
Somebody dates a black chick. Or like there's a black waitress that somebody dates, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, but I'm actually kind of amazed at how non-white people were on there. Or that makes sense? How many non-white people were on?
I don't understand.
How many fucking brown people were on? Or fucking POC or whatever fucking PC shit you want to go. Yeah, I'll say it right the first time.
That made sense. No, you said non.
Well, the first time I said...
It's like Indians non? Where are you going with this?
Q and non.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, apparently there's no black people in that show. And I didn't realize until this guy was like, you know there's no black people? Yeah. Here's $1 million.
Could you imagine if every show did that?
They do.
Seinfeld?
they did.
Did they really?
Yeah, the only one that they had was black was Jackie Childs.
Oh yeah.
He was the only black guy on that show.
And probably the most memorable character.
He was great.
Arguably.
Who told you to drink the coffee? I'll tell you to drink the coffee. Yeah, there was no other black people besides Jackie Childs.
No, there was, but I just can't remember. What was funny was that they were gonna actually use I don't know if you remember, but there's this episode where there's a pool guy, and then like he gets fired, and then Jerry sees him at the gym.
Yes.
At the pool, and it's really awkward.
Yeah.
That guy was supposed to be Mexican, but they were worried he was gonna look racist, that he didn't want to be his friend. So they made it a white guy with a Mexican accent.
Even better.
They thought it'd be better. And it's funnier for sure. It's just funny.
The other black person in Seinfeld is the chick that like she's like from the Congo or something. She's the one that's like the nanny of the old man.
Oh yeah.
They like steal the way they steal all his. No, George winds up banging her. This one,
George,
yeah. They steal all his vinyls.
Yeah.
That's the Gandhi one.
Yeah.
Mahatma used to dip his bald head in oil.
Yeah.
That was that one.
And that old man was the guy from the Muppets. I'm pretty sure.
That guy was famous for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who he was though.
He's the angry old man in the balcony or whatever.
Oh really?
Yeah. He was one of them.
The what do they call them? The peanut gallery people.
I don't know.
That's where that term comes from, right? The peanut gallery. I'm like, shut up. We don't want the peanut gallery chiming in. I think I don't know. But anyways.
But yeah, so my car was parked in P3, and they stole all four of my tires, all four of my wheels, on the 3rd.
Like day before yesterday?
Yeah, like 2 days ago. That's why when you asked me when I let you into the building, you're like, "How are you doing?" I was like, "I'm good, I think." So what happened was, this is the crazy part, was I didn't know what the fuck happened because I couldn't get a hold of anybody because it was a holiday weekend and it happened on Sunday. So finally, on the way back from recording the podcast with my brothers, I saw a security guard on the way in. And during the podcast, I was complaining. I was like, "Man, I haven't seen security guards for like the past 5 days or like almost a week. I don't know what the fuck's going on." So I saw the security guard, I stopped and I started talking to him. And he was like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey, what the fuck? My car was vandalized. I don't know why I said that. Or my car was jacked. I don't know what the hell I told him." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh man, were you the owner of the Mustang?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I heard what happened and I saw your car." He's like, "That's fucked up. That's like clipping the wings of a bird and shit." He just went on a fun rant. And then I was like, "So what happened?" And he was like, "Well, the people who own the parking lot here in your building own the parking lot at City Hall. And they do the security for both places. And normally they don't have a lot of security at City Hall, but on Friday, before the workday ended, they held somebody at gunpoint that worked at City Hall on their way out. So everybody was pissed at City Hall, so we had to like reroute everybody to be over there.
Oh, in case motherfuckers were...
Yeah, so on Saturday, we had extra people there and less people here. So there's only one dude guarding your building, and that one dude who was guarding your building at about like 2:30
stole your wheels.
I know, right? That's what we were saying on the podcast. We're
for
like,
sure, yeah, for sure, yeah.
He was, I guess there was some dude getting attacked on the train, like outside of the train station, which is right outside, you know what I'm talking about? So while that guy was getting attacked, they're trying to like stop it. Somebody broke the gate to get into the residential area where people can't normally get in unless you live here. Mm-hmm. So that when that gate was broken, this dude was doing that. So this one security guard finally did all of his rounds and got downstairs and he's like, "Oh fuck, the gate's broken. Let me call somebody to fix it." So he called somebody to fix it, and then he's like, "Well, I better go through. Why is it broken?" Because it didn't look like somebody like manhandled it. It's just it was open and wouldn't shut. So he went downstairs and then they found my car the way it was. So they were saying that they took those 4 tires and a Prius.
Nah, he's bullshit. He was in on it.
So right now my shit's on fucking wooden blocks.
Still?
Yeah.
Fuck, it's gonna fuck up your fucking what's it called?
It might be fucked.
I don't know what it's called. I don't know shit about cars.
It might fuck up my axle.
There you go. That's
it might fuck up my rotors.
Yeah.
And it might fuck up the...
It's self-esteem.
Like, yeah, mine's fucked. Yeah. It might fuck up the frame, but I don't think it fell that hard. The reason why I knew it happened was because my alarm went off. And my phone tells me whenever my alarm goes off. So when I woke up at 9 o'clock, it was like your alarm went off at 5. So I went downstairs thinking like, fuck, somebody must have hit me. Like getting out of the parking lot and shit. And I went down there and I was like, man, the car looks fucking low. Like, what the fuck? And then I got closer and I was like, oh, fuck, they took my tires.
Damn, dude.
Or my wheels. So I was like, fuck, I'm fucked. And I talked to the
Wait, so they took off the wheels? They gave you back your tires?
No, they took both.
Oh, okay.
That's why I keep trying to say wheels. They didn't take just the rims, they didn't take just the tires. Took both.
God damn, that sucks, man. Sorry that shit happened.
Fucking shit show.
Well, we got a rental downstairs.
Yeah, well, I have Julie's car, so I've been using that, but it was just like, what the fuck? So when you asked me, like, oh, like, how's everything been? I was like, let me tell you. But the insurance didn't cover it, so it's not that big of a deal. The bigger shit show is the fact that like they broke into the.
I think he was in
down there. You know, it feels like it.
He was in.
That's weird coincidence.
He had way too many excuses too.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you know what? Because usually when the guy wasn't me, fuck you, get the hell out of my face. You know, and you know it's not you. But he's like, no, but you know what happened was I turned my back for 1 second. When I turned my back, this guy was over here, and then when I was talking to this guy on the phone, this guy faxed me. Can you believe it? The one time they faxed.
I was gonna say, there's too many like this one time.
One time. Yeah,
I mean, that's what I was thinking too.
That's why you fucking next time you fucking put a sack over his head, and you drag him into a white van, and you go fuck on the wheels.
Carlos was telling me to just sit down there with a shotgun and just wait.
But
Somebody's gonna do it again if I get the same car again. If my car's not totaled, I'm gonna get the.
I don't know. You think they would?
Nah, maybe not.
They'll gotta be. I mean, they are stupid and desperate these days.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, man. Fuck. I'm sorry that shit happened.
Nah, it's all good.
How you gonna work?
Julie's car.
Yeah.
Julie works from home. Or they let her work from home or whatever. She has to work from home, like extended or whatever.
It's part of the. I can't think of the word for court resolution. What's it called?
I don't know.
The
settlement.
Settlement. There you go. Or there was a better word. Part of the plea deal. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, either way. I'm a little fuzzy. What's the word? I'm out of touch doing this.
I think you're a little brain dead from not sleeping too.
That also. I forgot about that.
Definitely not at 100% punch.
You're like, you're in the bathroom in the subway station.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Like, no, let's do a pod right now. I know where your wheels are. I know where your wheels are. I don't know where that stole that shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've been passing out, waking up, stealing people's cars. But yeah, man, that sucks. That shit happened.
Yeah, fuck it. But that, oh man, it rang a bell as soon as you're like, how have things been? But how's shit been up there?
Things have been good, man. I moved.
Up there because,
yeah, things have been good. I got a second job now. They offered me this job, fucking $55 an hour. But the problem with that is that like the hours are hard to come by. So like I was talking to somebody who works there right now.
You work like 1 or 2 a week?
No, not even. It's like 10 a month.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's literally, she was like, well, because the way they do it is they award contracts. So it's a teaching artist mentorship. So like I work with like teachers, like Seattle public school teachers or any fucking teachers in the state of Washington, and actually anywhere in the world now because I can do it remote. And it's like they're like we're struggling teaching the kids fucking math, and I'd be like, well, what if you use puppets? And like you could teach them the lesson this way, and I fucking charge them $55 an hour that their school or whoever pays for their professional development. But I have to like fucking get those hours, so I have to like right now we had my last time I worked there was last week, and it was I was just in on it. I didn't do any actual work, but I had to sit in on it. So like once we were done with the lessons, they had to pick a discipline. So since it's all teaching artists, it's like theater, it's fucking puppetry, it's fucking whatever, singing, music, and they have to pick a discipline. So it's like a cohort of like, for right now, they're doing it at one school district. No, they're doing it at 1, 2, 3, 4 school districts in Washington. None of them in Seattle, so I have to fucking go far if I do have to go in person. Yeah. Which they fucking give me fucking gas mileage reimbursement. They put me in a hotel. They put for my room and board. They give me $50 fucking stipend for like food and fucking booze or White Claw, whatever.
You should just start doing your stand-up.
I know. Actually, dude, I was gonna fucking quit my job.
No. I mean, like when you go to those fucking instead of teaching them with your puppets.
No, I'm trying to find a way to teach podcasting because right now at my job that I currently have, so I took over their institute work or whatever, which is like a lot of same thing. It's like professional development and education, or like fucking like where it's like doing like, oh, don't treat the Asian kid Asian because he brings fucking rice to school, and then I have a whole podcast about it. I'm like, this is why you let the kid eat rice, and then people are gonna be like, oh my god, that's an amazing thing that I saw. Yeah. Like I can't believe that I used to always make the fucking Asian kid eat pizza even though he brought it, right? And I'm like, yeah, listen to my podcast. So it got big enough now, not my podcast, but the podcast that my institute had. Yeah. That the guy left, so now I have to run a version of his because he took his. But I haven't done any podcasts, like, cause I don't know what the fuck to talk about with the fucking education. Like, I don't know what to tell them.
I don't think you should do a podcast with all the stuff you already have out there.
Well, that's what I told my boss too.
At that point, it's evidence.
Well, my point is, I told my boss, I was like, at one point, I feel like they're gonna fucking intersect the shit that I do and my professional shit. Yeah. And I feel like it's gonna be bad for me professionally.
I mean, worry about that. That bridge
I see a lot of fucked up shit. Is what I'm saying.
But I mean, if you only give me 10 fucking hours, what are you gonna?
Well, that's the minimum. So if I can get more than like 40 hours a fucking month, I'll fucking quit my job.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
And I was thinking too with stand up because I've been getting paid enough with stand up. That's not true. I got like $50 a thing.
That's enough.
But honestly, I'm moving in with my girlfriend, so she's like, she helps with the rent and shit, and like, It's not the same as like paying the rent by myself anymore.
You're telling me.
To Julie. But yeah, no, it's been good, man. I'm fucking getting married. I fucking told you. September, you guys.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, bells on. If Elvis isn't marrying you, I gotta marry you.
Yeah, so we were gonna get married. I wanted to have like just like go to the court and have like a secret wedding and shit. But she was like, I have to have my best friend go, like whatever.
Why secret?
Cause
she's not ashamed of you. You're already anticipating.
Well, probably.
If I meet your parents.
No, the whole thing is to like avoid the like people's feelings. My family's in LA, her family's in Seattle. So like if my parents couldn't, my 80,000 cousins couldn't come, they'll get mad at me.
Yeah.
And she said the same thing. She was like, well, my parents would like kill me if they didn't do it here. So I was like, let's fucking fucking split it in the middle. Let's go to Vegas and not tell anybody. She's like, deal. But then she's like, my best friend has to go. And I was like, well, if your best friend's going, then I gotta have a fucking witness.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, I can invite other friends. So now I'm like inviting other people. Turns out I have more friends.
It's turned into a rager.
Yeah. Well, that's what the whole point. The whole point was to just like literally like we're just gonna sneak away. It's literally gonna be just her witness, my witness, and then fucking sign the thing, book it, and rage.
Yeah.
It's more like just celebrate with us if you want to celebrate with us.
Yeah. So you're not gonna do it at one of those like fucking
like Elvis things,
places or whatever. Yeah.
We haven't even thought that far ahead, to be honest.
Because if you're not, I'm saying let's get you married at Denny's because it's on Fremont Street.
You can do that.
Yeah.
It's literally we don't have any like preference as to like it's literally just.
Then we got to do something wonky, right?
Like Elvis.
Take advantage of it. I don't know. I haven't thought this.
We don't care. It's all about just literally getting married and then going to rage.
Yeah.
So that's the plan right now.
Yeah, we gotta do something fucking weird then.
What should we do?
I don't know. Because I think back to when how you were ordained, or what do you call that? You were...
ordained.
Yeah, doing that for us or whatever. And all the jokes you were making in between to me. And I thought how funny that would have been if you were doing them out loud, you know? Like something like that. We'll think of something. We'll think of something.
Dude, we should host a mic.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to get married and then you can roast us.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
That'd be pretty good.
That would be great, actually.
Yeah, especially because it's only going to be your close friends, I imagine, so...
Yeah, well, I had to stop inviting people because she was like, "You have more people coming than I do." And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. When is it? September?
September 24th.
Yeah.
3rd.
Come 4th, August 30th, it's going to be like, you know, we're getting married for real because this is getting out of control.
I don't know. I hope not.
It's already been on the podcast. Everybody's going to know in the world.
I think I've already talked about it on the podcast, maybe.
I don't think so.
Actually, you're probably right.
I haven't heard every single episode, but I'm pretty sure you haven't.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just want to get married. That's my whole thing. Before she changes her mind, you know?
Yeah.
Trap her.
Yeah.
Like,
you're going to get back, she's going to be gone.
Yeah. They finally dropped this fool off in California. He's close to his mom. He's not my problem anymore. Just kidding. I love you, baby.
You're lucky she didn't drop it off in the woods. Out there in Seattle and shit.
He's like, shoot. He's like... no, she really wanted to come too, so she apologized. I'm gonna see if I wake her up in a little bit.
Or we could tomorrow.
Yeah, and then what you guys doing Thursday? You guys have something planned Thursday?
No.
So the plan was Tuesday we were gonna come in. We were gonna go to Six Flags. I wanted to go to Six Flags, but she wanted to go to Universal. And it's her birthday on Thursday, so I was like, all right, fine, we'll go to Universal. So it was Universal today, and then kicking in with you guys tonight, like for drinks or whatever, just chilling, and then doing the pod. Because she had to work still, so she was like, you should go do the pod with Steve while I work a little bit. But now she's really tired, so I think that prioritized it.
Yeah.
But she probably still has to work though. And then tomorrow, while you guys are working, we're just gonna go like, I'm gonna take her to Alameda swap meet. That's still a thing?
It might not be. You should check.
Oh man.
A lot of them have been closing down because of the pandemic.
Well, I wanted to do that. But now we're gonna go sightseeing and shit. And then Dodger game tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, same shit, dicking around. I want to convince her to go to San Diego during the day, and then come back, and then we can. It's her actual birthday Thursday, and then same thing, just fucking go like bar hopping.
San Diego would be a wild fucking mission though.
It's like 90 minutes. I used to do that shit in 45 minutes when there was fucking at night. I used to fucking gun it like 100 miles per hour.
Yeah. I guess if you left.
You ever go so fast your car starts fucking?
Yeah.
Allegedly, Your Honor.
Fucking my car doesn't have wheels. I can't go at all.
Sorry, let me rub it in your face. You ever have fucking mobility?
Yeah.
You know? You ever? You know?
I never had a car that did that. Cause like the Corolla had a fucking governor, so when it got to like 115, it stopped.
Really? No, I had a fucking Volkswagen Jetta.
Yeah.
And those Germans just fucking, they don't give a fuck. They're like, you die, you die.
Yeah.
But no, I literally fucking, especially at nighttime when there was no traffic, there was no cops, I fucking gun it.
Yeah.
You know what I realize now? Because she drives my girlfriend drives a Hyundai Venue. It's a really cool car, but the car alerts her.
Venue?
Yeah, or no.
I'm gonna look it up.
Vista.
Keep talking.
Vinia. Anyways, but the car tells her when there's speed cameras, cops. It's literally like policeman ahead, like next light, or policeman ahead, 1 mile.
Yeah.
And I'm like, could you imagine if I had one of these shits when I used to fucking go to school in San Diego? I'd be dead.
Oh yeah, for
I'd
sure.
be dead because I'd be fucking going at 300 miles per hour.
I'm gonna go ahead and argue, or I'm very confused as to why you're not dead in the first place.
It was Venue. What the fuck is it? A fucking arena? That's the next one they have. The Hyundai Arena.
Oh shit, that's like some sort of euphemism for when you bang chicks in the backseat.
The Hyundai
Venue, bro.
But yeah, it's a fucking dope car.
When the chick show up, I put on a show.
It's time to go to work.
Yeah. That's so weird. I never heard of that.
Yeah. I remember my little fucking Volkswagen Jetta just.
Looks pretty big.
Yeah, it's like a little SUV.
Yeah.
It's fucking real nice car.
Looks like a giant Mini Cooper almost. At least that one does.
That's exactly what the size is, I would say. It's a giant Mini Cooper.
I've never been in a Mini Cooper. I have Shane.
Oh, they're cool.
Yeah.
Shame. Why do you have shame?
I just think it's weird that the fucking people that like them so fucking much.
But I feel like they like them, ironically, to the point that it becomes a personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, everybody does that
Like
with
they
whatever.
probably have a paperboy hat and a vest.
My point is, everybody does that with anything. A Mini Cooper, corgis is another thing. People, I'm like, get the fuck out of here with your corgis. Corgi butt. Like, I don't want to see no corgi assholes all day.
Defective ass dog can't survive.
Yeah, so,
without you.
But yeah, it happens with fucking everything these days.
Yeah.
Apple. I'm only gonna be on Apple.
Yeah.
Dude, young people, like younger than us, don't fuck with people who don't have.
Younger than us, like we're young and shit.
I know, you're right. I'm old. Like, dude, so my girlfriend's 27.
Yeah.
You guys heard of TikTok? You guys heard of TikTok?
Yeah.
Crazy, right? No, but my point is, like, she's been fucking, like, the shit that I'm like, wait, what? That's a thing? She's like, yeah, that's a thing. And one of the things is, like, if you have an Apple phone and somebody has, like, a fucking Android, they're like, we can't be friends.
Yeah, you get a lot of fucking shit for it.
It's weird, because their whole thing is not necessarily that they, like, look down on it. They just, like, well, the communication's going to be, like, different. So, like, I don't know exactly when you got the message.
The one fucking thing I despise about that is that when my brothers send videos on the group chat, they all get distorted. They're distorted to the point where you can't watch them.
Because they have Androids or because they have Apple?
It's half and half. So it's half Apple.
Same. You got like a little teeny tiny thing?
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Why even send it?
Yeah. Why does that happen?
I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's a conspiracy from Apple to be like,
I think it's a conspiracy from both of them. I think they're both like, we're not going to fucking... It's like some bipartisan shit.
Yeah.
Where they're like, we here are going to give everybody the cure to cancer. It's like, actually, the Democrats are going to fucking shoot that down because fuck you Republicans, that's why. Son of a bitch, you parking my parking spot. I'll show you. They're like, God damn it. I'll never fucking vote for a Democratic thing. Like, from now on, we're going to give everybody immortality. Actually, fuck you.
Yeah. What about the health care for the people that are over 100?
Yeah, I don't deal with this shit. You fucking said I couldn't have strip clubs in fucking every fucking half a mile. Now you know old people are gonna die.
Yeah, I never get that shit. Like you can't have breweries in a certain area, you can't have strip clubs in a certain area. As if kids are gonna be like, I saw the strip club growing up, so I gotta be there.
I did a joke about it the other day about like the shit that we pick and choose. I'm like, they fucking ban Juuls and like fucking like flavored vapes because they think kids are gonna fucking smoke it. But I'm like, they had like cucumber honey fucking soap, and I ate that, but nobody bans it. But shit like that, where it's like, why do you pick and choose one thing and not the other?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because I guess smoking is more dangerous than eating soap.
I mean, if you're being realistic about it, it's just bullshit.
They were eating Tide Pods.
Because alcohol does the same thing, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and you can tell it's fucking dumb, dude.
And then where do you stop? Like, food does the same thing. Like, you should be eating McDonald's.
Dude, the government in this country is stupid. We know that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It is fucking beyond the people are. That's where it starts. I agree. The people are. People are. I saw this guy today at Universal Studios. He had a fuck Joe Biden. And my thing is like, cool, you can disagree with Joe Biden, but I'm like, this guy like went out of his way. Again, talking about your personality being a whole thing. It's like, this guy's whole personality is fuck Joe Biden. Yeah. I'm like, this guy is like thinking about Joe Biden so much. Joe Biden fucking doesn't even think he's alive. Like, he has no idea that you exist. And this guy is like fuck Joe Biden, and then he wore it to a fucking kid's theme park.
Yeah. That's the shit I hate.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, this guy's going out, and the guy, and you look at the guy, and he looks like somebody who would wear a shirt that says "fuck Joe Biden."
Yeah.
You know, he had like the longest beard, but it was like very straggly, like 4 hairs. And that's why he was like, "Oh, fuck Joe Biden. He took out my beard." And it was like, yeah. Well, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why.
Yeah.
Man, shit like that. Where I'm like, why do you like? Same thing with like the flags. People complain about flags. I'm trying to work a joke. I haven't figured it out yet, but it's like, people have like all kinds of fucking like different color flags. Like I saw like somebody the other day like fucking they tore down somebody's like rainbow flag from their fucking. They like started a fight with somebody because they had a rainbow flag.
Yeah. And
they were flying the Blue Lives Matter flag, like with the blue thin line.
Yeah.
You know, on the American flag. And then I saw that like tow truckers have like tow truck drivers or whatever, or truck drivers have they have a yellow line one now because the whole thing that happened in like Canada and then when that guy killed that dude in Denver, so now they have a yellow line and then they have like a red line for I forgot this like, and I'm like, it's literally a rainbow.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys they're getting mad at people flying a rainbow, but yet you all motherfuckers have your own color and you started your own rainbow. Yeah. I'm like, let's get together and like share like nice things about Europe. And then same thing, it's like, oh, you can't fly that flag, so I'm gonna come with a bigger flag in my truck.
Yeah.
And it's like some gang shit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't figure out the punchline yet, but like there's this thing of like, what's wrong? Like I don't know, man. People are stupid at that point.
It's the reason I used to hate sports.
Yeah, it's literally
it's just like that's my color. Those are my letters.
It's literally
like, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass because those are my letters. Like, why are you gonna beat my ass, bro? We're just watching the game.
Yeah, you think it's a game? You think it's a game?
It's my life.
You think this guy's hitting a baseball? Like, yeah.
And that's the worst one, I feel. There's 1,000 fucking baseball games in a month. Yeah, and you're gonna send somebody to the hospital for it? Like, come on, bro.
Because a lot of these people, it's not necessarily about the game or the color of the flag. It's just, you know, it's mine. Yeah, it's mine.
It's mine.
Yeah. Like you pee like fucking sitting down. Oh, fuck you. I don't even pee at all, right? They're just trying to fucking fight for the sake of fighting.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why you gotta fucking beat the shit out of them and then realize they're like, oh, I shouldn't have been picking fights.
Oh.
I think so. I think we're at that point now.
You know, I think what actually happens, and I don't have any fucking sort of evidence for it, but I think what actually happens is you get bitter. You get your ass beat, and then you're bitter, and now it's like, I'm going to beat everybody's ass that I can beat.
Yeah, until you stop beating somebody's ass, somebody beats the fuck out of you to the point where you're like, I'm going to read the Bible and be like, I'm not going to fight people anymore. I'm just going to mind my own business and not care.
I think people look for a bigger team. That's how gangs happen.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they do look for a bigger team.
You look for a bigger team or the stronger team or the better team. That's why everybody liked the Patriots for so long.
Well, that was
talking about them now.
That was a part of the thing that I was gonna try to like connect somehow with that joke of like everybody flies their own flag. There's a Confederate flag. There's a fucking Black Lives Matter flag. There's a Blue Lives Matter flag. And it's all about like these flags and like gang shit where it's like which flag is gonna win. At the end of the day, I feel like fucking the U.S. just come in and spray everybody. They're like, enough of the fucking flag shit. You want to fly a flag? It's America. You only fly one flag and it's this one. And if you don't like it, you're gonna die. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, right? It's the thing.
They can copy this shit to Russia, Ponch. Get the fuck out of here.
But honestly, that's what I think it is. Like, it gets to that point where it's like everybody's like starts fucking beefing because they have the ability to beef over. They're like, hey, I want to say this, and then some guy's like, well, I can say this, and then eventually they start fighting. Yeah. And then the U.S. is like, we let you guys say this.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, I would fucking colonize all you motherfuckers, but now we can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to get canceled. You know.
The epitome of that is when you come from like some super oppressive country, but you're still flying that country's flag when you're here.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's the thing is like America's letting you because they're like, they're silly. Let them. We'll fuck them up if we wanted to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They miss the food.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying with all this shit that's happening now. With everybody flip the Confederate flag and they're like, let them fly it. If you really want to fuck them up, we'll make them a state again. We're gonna split Texas into two.
I know. At this rate, bro.
They asked us to secede from the union. You saw that? Texas, but they did. They're trying to fucking. This is the thing about politics in this country, where I'm like, this guy. I saw that movie Vice the other day. You ever see that movie?
No, I want to.
It's fucking amazing. With Dick Cheney, it's Christian Bale, Steve Carell. It's fucking phenomenal, and it shows how like, oh, you guys are just really good. Like these guys that you hate, like Mitch McConnell, I fucking hate this scumbag. Yeah. Fucking like Dick Cheney, like they're good at they're good at manipulating the system that they have created for themselves, for sure. And they're good at manipulating the people who can help them move the system. Yeah. And it's fucking like I admire them, to be honest. Yeah. So the Dick Cheney thing, you gotta watch it. I'm not gonna fucking spoil it, but he like when the whole 9/11 thing happened.
It'll happen, but.
Well, the thing with like the whole 9/11 from my spoiler alert, I mean it's history, yeah. From my understanding was that like he was like, I don't want to be a fucking vice president, it's a fucking figurehead fucking thing, it's stupid. Dick Cheney had retired from like comedy, from fucking he had retired from politics.
Same thing,
and he was like, because he has a gay daughter, and he was like, I don't want to run for politics anymore. They're gonna bring that shit up, and like he's like, I'm good. I'm the fucking CEO of a fucking Iraqi oil company. He's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
But then when George Bush came, he's like, I can manipulate this motherfucker. And then he was like, so he hired his own lawyer. And the guy was like a constitution lawyer guy and like executive power lawyer or whatever. And he found out all the what can a vice president really do? Yeah. And he's like, well, if there's a time of war, or if there's a time of this, they can do this, this, and this, and this. And he was like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll be your whatever. And then that shit happened, 9/11, and then he was like, all right, got him. Like he didn't do it himself, but he's like, finally, like it's happening, guys, it's happening. Yeah. Now, like I can do all this shit. Like I'll check that box, check back. He's like, I'm the fucking in charge now.
The fact that Saudi Arabia is so closely tied to it happening makes me so fucking suspicious about what we know.
Oh, yeah. Well, according to this thing, and again, this is fucking fictional and it's fucking obviously for, it's like for entertainment, so it's probably wrong and not true. And we don't know all the facts, but like the way it was, this guy was a fucking CEO of a fucking Iraqi fucking oil company, or actually just an oil company. I don't think it was Iraqi. I think they had like a thing in Iraq. Maybe I'm even wrong about that. But he.
My understanding is that they got paid to clean up Iraq, so they got paid to like literally clean it up and rebuild all the buildings that they just.
But no, it was an actual like oil thing specifically. Yeah. But he, as vice president during his thing, he gave them a no bid contract. The what?
Halliburton.
Yeah, Halliburton. He gave them a no bid contract. And he was so nobody else. So they got this contract, and then they were like, well, now what are we gonna do? We're in Iraq. The guys who fucking nuked you are fucking Arabian and Afghani. And he was like, same shit, right? He's like, all right, now we're gonna fucking just take over everything. Was it Halliburton?
It was. What
is like an energy company?
But what do you mean they're gonna take over everything?
I don't know.
You said they were just gonna go in there and take over.
Oh, so the whole thing was that. It was like you're saying. So like Saudi Arabia was the one that was like more directly like involved, but like they were like, but Saudi Arabia gives us money and oil, and like maybe Halliburton belongs to them.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, it's not Saudi Arabia, it's Iraq, because they have some untapped shit here that Halliburton can come in and fucking set up.
Yeah.
And again, I'm an idiot and I don't know what the hell's going on, but
that all sounds right from what I know, but I also don't know a lot about it.
But they do this thing called like Unidor. You know Unidor?
No.
Or Unidir? Unidir is unless it's an acronym.
You sound like you're gonna do a shitty Swedish chef impression.
Yeah. It's an acronym, Unidir. It's unless otherwise directed. Yeah. So that was a thing that like during 9/11 happened. George Bush was in an airplane, and Dick Cheney was like, "Don't land, keep flying up there. We don't know what's going on down here. You might get nuked. We need you in the air." So he kept him in the air. So while he was in the air, he had radio silence, and then Dick Cheney was fucking telling everybody what to do, and he was like Unidir, which means like, and they're like, "Sir, can we contact the president?" He's like, "Unless otherwise directed, you keep your fucking mouth shut and you listen to what the fuck I'm saying, bitch."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah. So
he like declared his own martial law.
Yeah. Well, he set up the.
I'm trying not to laugh because I keep thinking you're going to a bit of the Swedish chef.
No, I'm trying to think of a Swedish accent so I can do it, but I can't.
I don't know the accent they made from the doy.
Yeah, I always think of which is like Swedish chef, but I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, he when 9/11 happened and like when they were in there, like they were literally in there when the second airplane hit. It was Dick Cheney with like the fucking Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, all these other people, and he literally was like telling everybody shut the fuck up. He was on a phone call with his personal attorney for like an hour, and they're like, they just bombed fucking New York. We don't know what's happening, and he was just like, shut up. I gotta take this. Yeah, he's like, I gotta take this because he was setting shit up. He's like, all right, now that this is happening, what can I set up?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do this. You can do this. He's like, all right, cool. And again, this is me just watching a fucking.
I just can't imagine you're that. What's the word? Like you're that good at reacting that quickly.
You gotta
for you to have no idea that happened, and then be like, oh, let me take advantage of this.
No,
that
it was
fast?
because it was a thing of like they were looking for a way to like sell what they wanted to do the whole time, but they couldn't. They're like, this is fuck. You can't fucking just steal oil from Iraq.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about? Then he's like, how do I fucking do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? And they're like, bing, it was Iraq, I tell you. So that's what happened. They were just looking for an excuse to do it. And then when this random thing happened, it wasn't random, honestly, but like when this thing happened that wasn't correlated, they're like, those Iraqis. Yeah. So I'm like, the fuck did I do? So you know what you did, Saddam?
I've been running the show the way you wanted me out here.
You said exactly. Like he was like, what the fuck? And like, you shut your mouth.
Yeah. What a trip.
But yeah, you gotta watch it. And like I said, Dick Cheney, from the way the movie sets it up.
Streaming?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
it's on Netflix. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, where can I find it? How long is it available? Do I have to pay?
Yeah.
Actually, Steve, it is free if you have a subscription to Netflix.
Wow, $12.99 a month.
That's a great deal. But the whole movie is about him like being a beast of a fucking politician, and and him just like he was like some fucking Iowa or Idaho country boy, just drinking, getting into fights. He went to Yale when he fucking flunked out for drinking and fighting. He wanted somebody was like threw him a bone. You know who threw him a bone? The guy that Steve Carell plays. He's a fucking famous politician.
That's so.
Who was like the Secretary of Defense when Rumsfeld. Rummy. So Rumsfeld threw him a bone when he was like a congressman, and he was an intern for Rumsfeld. And then like when he interned for Rumsfeld, he like learned all this shit about politics. And then he got to the point where like he started gaining office, and he got into offices. And he was a Secretary of State at one point, Cheney. And then Rumsfeld got kicked out. He got fired from whatever term. Who was the one termer? He was under Nixon. He got fired under Nixon. And then my man Cheney brought him back. Yeah. He's like, hey, you want to fuck shit up?
yeah. Remember the 70s?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's really
exactly.
Getting the band back.
He's like, what? But I'm the boss. He was not, bitch. He's saying like, you don't work like that no more. Cheney runs this shit now. Yeah, because that shit. Like I said, that movie is amazing. I thought I was gonna hate it, but that shit is fucking really good.
I wanted to watch it hella bad when it came out, but everybody was shitting on it.
Oh, it's so good. He's fucking. I didn't even know it was Christian Bale.
Yeah,
I didn't even. It was fucking phenomenal. Yeah. It's so good.
That was like some fucking what's his name, Colin Farrell.
Yeah, dude, like that shit. Yeah, that shit's amazing. But
what a beast, both of those guys. I feel like I can't think of anybody better.
And Bale?
Except for like maybe Gary Oldman.
Did we talk about
his name? Gary
Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
Did we talk about we went to Harry Potter World today, and they had who does he play? He had like a racist name. My girlfriend was like, that's a black teacher. Yeah.
Black Sidious?
Black Sidious or something like that. I never seen the Harry Potters.
I've seen them with Julie, but I don't really. Gary Oldman? Is that what's called?
Gary Oldman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman, Harry Potter. Oh, when he was Dracula?
Yeah.
Seemed like it'd be so inappropriate, but it was perfect.
Or he did another one where he was fucking, he said another, he fucking hides all the time in his movies.
Sirius Black, yeah.
Sirius Black.
What'd I say?
Sidious. That's so good. You were closer than me. What'd I say? Black teacher? Why couldn't he just be a teacher?
Yeah.
Because he uses the dark arts. He teaches the black magic.
Why they gotta be dark arts, bro? Why can't they be colorful?
Oh, man. Yeah. You guys ever been to Universal? My first time ever going to Universal.
Yeah, so actually we got a year past like before the pandemic or something.
Which I can't wait people get those. They're like $40 more.
Yeah. And we live pretty close. Yeah. How'd you like Simpsons Land or Simpsons area? I don't know.
I had a really good time with my girlfriend today. Like I had a really good time.
I'm sure you have a good time with her anywhere, but how'd you like Simpsons Land?
But it wasn't because of Universal Studios.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Six Flags and just fucking go on roller coasters and shit. It was all like fucking movie theaters with fucking.
Where were you? Dick Cheney? Answer my question.
My point is, Disneyland or whatever, Simpsons Crescent Land. The fucking chicken sandwich was terrible.
Yeah.
The beer, it wasn't really like.
I didn't think you were actually gonna get it.
I did. I even told my girlfriend. I was like, Steve told me to go to the chicken sandwich place.
I didn't think you were actually gonna get it.
It was I mean, it is Cletus's shack. I should have known. I should have known. It was probably like fucking raccoon meat. It tasted like raccoon meat.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's actually pretty genius because if they ever get found out that they're selling raccoon meat, you have Cletus show up. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. But like I said, I had a great time, but it wasn't because it was Universal Studios. It was just because me and my girlfriend were just having a great time. I was like vaping in between fucking rides and shit.
Hey,
drinking micheladas.
That's what I was saying. Take that part out because you're gonna probably have a good time with her anywhere. So
yeah, exactly.
Who cares about her?
Yeah, no, but you're right. It's not that.
Yeah, I hated it. I hated that. Like it felt like they went out of their way not to go all out.
Well,
I think like having Moses sick, but why don't you just set this up as a single bar by itself? Like
because you know why?
Why don't you do this?
You know why? Because Universal is a piece of shit fucking corporation. We showed up, and as soon as we showed up, they're like, can you guys take the survey? And my girlfriend's really nice. She was like, sure. So like they gave her the tablet, and I was like, run, take the tablet. Literally, that's what went through my head because I'm a piece of shit. But she was, and it was like I saw the questions, and it was like, why did you come to Universal today? Is it like vacation? I forgot what it was. Essentially, they're like, it's marketing. They want to know why people are showing. Yeah, it's like weird shit like that, where it's like, how can we get money out of people? And then one of the questions that really bothered me was, did a California resident buy your tickets for you? And I was going to ask you to buy me tickets. I was like, yo, can you, because I know they give a discount. They used to give a fat discount at Disneyland. But now the discount is $105. It's $109 for non-California residents. It's $104 for California residents. I'm like, are you shitting me?
Yeah.
And it's because they're a piece of shit fucking corporation that they're trying, and I get it, they're trying to squeeze every penny, so they're gonna do the bare minimum with The Simpsons. They're gonna be like, oh, that's Krusty. It's like, it's literally like Krusty the Clown, where it's like, that's not Krusty, that's just fucking. And like, oh.
That's just an old fat
yeah,
guy.
exactly. Like that's literally what it is. But it did it with every single thing. Like all the rides were just a fucking movie screen with the fucking theme shape. You know, I will say the best ride I got on was the Simpsons one.
The Simpson one, I liked it.
And I didn't know what to expect, so I was literally just like, I'm falling. This is real. I would say that was the best one. Did you go
to the Harry Potter castle one?
Yeah, lame.
You like
super
it?
lame. With like the Dementors and shit.
Yeah,
lame as fuck.
That shit was sick.
It lasted like 5 seconds.
It was pretty short.
It was lame. No, it was lame. It was super lame. The Simpsons one was way better.
You're too high. You're too vivid.
Nah, it sucked.
You gotta get into your childhood.
The Transformers one was better, but they were all the same thing. Is my point. They were all the fucking But on these glasses, exactly. And you're like, who moved my seat? Normally, like if you're in a movie theater, you'll fight the guy behind you kicking your chair.
Well, that's why I like the Harry Potter one because you actually go through.
Yeah, well, I guess it's like, well, they had to do something extra to sell it to you.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't gonna be like, well, it's just like the Simpsons. No. This one you latch in.
Yeah.
Right. This one lifts off the ground. The fucking same thing with the platform. It's like moving. It's like a moving sidewalk to get on the thing. It was stupid. Why you gotta do that? They were literally moving sidewalks.
Yeah.
To get onto the fucking ride.
Yeah.
And you gotta get it on yourself. They were like, hurry up, 5, 4, 3, 2. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, what if I don't? What if I just keep walking on this sidewalk?
I could go under.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna wind up in a gear like, yeah.
It's because when people have all the mortals, they're fucking like causing a shit.
So, shit like that. And I also realized I gained a lot of weight because a lot of them were just a single bar, and they were just like cranking into all the fucking like the TikTok users and shit. And I was like, ugh! And I was like, white guys. And it's because they will fly out if I.
The awkward teenager's like, oh, sir, can I let him on this ride?
Yeah, he's too fat. Like, no, you're gonna fucking squeeze him in.
You heard about that kid that they did that to though?
No, he went flying.
Yeah. They squeezed a kid in Florida at a carnival and won like a Supreme Scream equivalent.
Carnival. Yeah.
And the motherfucker, when it came down, he flew out.
Dude, nice.
Died. Fucking crazy, dude.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But
fat kid in Florida, man, you didn't deserve it.
You didn't, but you knew what was gonna happen, so you kind of did it.
Arguably, the Ferris food did it to him too.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's double whammy.
His mom was a carny. His dad was a mini pony trainer. It was a fucking very vicious cycle. He had no chance. But like I said, Universal, man, they're a fucking greedy ass corporation.
It feels like a theme park that you could probably make in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You just gotta put a bunch of theaters
it's
together.
Like it seems like an executive found out what a theme park was.
Yeah.
And they're like, we could do that.
Yeah.
What do we got in the warehouse here?
Which upsets me, because they're the ones that got the right to do Super Mario Land. I
know. Did I send you that picture? I don't think I did. I took a picture of Super Mario World that they were building it.
You can already see it?
You can already see it. We went to, they have like a giant castle with the fucking flag on top of the thing.
Oh, yeah.
We went to...
I'm hoping they just copied the Japanese one.
I heard the Japanese one was great. I want to go to
Japan.
Japan. I want to see that giant Gundam they have over there.
We're trying to go too.
Dude, when you guys trying to go? We're trying to go for real.
Yeah, me too. Maybe next year.
Yeah, I can't afford shit right now.
Might be too fast if we go next year though.
Too fast. We went to that ride. Where it's like
that ride's pretty sick.
No, I didn't go to that ride. I went to the studio tour.
Oh.
And they're like, you go into the studio. This is where they film Fast and Furious. And again, it's just a fucking screen with Vin Diesel, with their family. And
were you hoping you were gonna get discovered? Why would you go there?
I thought I was gonna see some cool shit. I honestly thought I was gonna see some cool shit being filmed. At
the backlot tour is pretty sick stuff. I like it.
That's what we did.
You go through Fast and the Furious?
You go through like the studio where they filmed it, and then they're doing like it's literally like one of the attractions during that thing is Fast and the Furious. It's the American Psycho guy. Like that was kind of cool. I wish they did
more shit. I like the American
shit.
Psycho one. I like the Jaws part.
Even the Jaws one was cool. Like I wish we could do more shit like that.
I don't think you do the King Kong anymore, do you?
Yeah, the King Kong, that was 3D. That was cool too. You just walk into this thing and he's fighting dinosaurs. They spit on you.
Oh yeah.
Fucking throw water at you and smack you in the face. Ah!
Yeah.
That's literally what it is, right? This fucking thing of like, it's like they put a blindfold on you and like now you're in a dungeon. You're like, woo.
That's all life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You go to a comedy club and there's like this guy's his name's Ponch. Maybe he's a comedian.
But I don't know. It's funny because we were in the Fast and the Furious one and they were like having a shootout. And then when it was over, I was like, baby, pull the red cord. I think they hit me. I think I'm shot. They had like a cord. They were like, oh no, stop it, because it's boring. That's why I should have stopped it.
I'm over this shit.
Like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. How terrible this shit is. Yeah, this is a fucking emergency. This shit sucks. But yeah, it was cool. I like that one. Actually, that was the best one. It's like an hour too. It's like an hour fucking long.
Yeah.
You're just driving around. You gotta wait for people to fucking bring like a giant chair they painted yellow.
Yeah.
Like, all right, now you can go ahead.
Yeah.
That was cool. You can see all the cool cars.
I also like that one a lot because all the history shit. Because then you go
same.
Back to the Future 2.
Yeah, that was cool.
Or not Back to the Future, whatever that town's called. You know, like.
Yeah, I'll let you. I didn't know how much fucking. I knew, but I didn't know that they can. That studios have that like creative power or like that ability, where it's like all the movies that they were doing there. It's like 1,000 like literally every movie you could think of that's amazing. They did it in like one fucking room.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? How do you do that all the time? And just fucking next.
Have you seen Disney's like 360 camera thing that they have in a big studio now?
No.
So they did it to film The Mandalorian. So you know what? I can't remember what they're called. I guess I'm a little buzzed already. The warehouse where you fucking film things.
A soundstage?
Yeah. So the sound stages.
I learned that today.
Usually it's just a bunch of stages, right? The sound stage for things like The Mandalorian, you want to measure it? You're good. The sound stage for things like The Mandalorian, they have a giant screen in the back. So instead of like setting the backdrop, you set the forefront, and then the backdrop is digital. But the backdrop's far enough away, and it blends perfectly in with the
so you
forefront.
can make it you can map it 3D.
It's fucking
360.
epic.
You can
it's
map
fucking
it 3D.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane how good it looks.
Dude, I've been fucking around with what do I
So
have?
I don't think you'll need all those sound stages anymore. You'll just need one.
Well, they had that giant blue wall. You seen that?
Yeah.
Like with that, and they were just like, this is where we film a billion things, and it's just a giant blue wall, and like most of the paint doesn't even match because they have to repaint it at some point, or they actually extend the wall, and you can see where the wall got bigger. And I'm like, you guys just need a blue wall.
Yeah.
That's literally all they need.
Have you ever seen the behind the scenes of 300?
Oh no.
It's just a bunch of dudes in underwear like running around like in front of a blue screen.
Have you ever seen the Benedict Cumberbatch doing Smog? What's the dragon from The Hobbit?
I don't know.
But it's just him wearing a bunch of fucking dots on his head.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, wow. And I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like he's on the ground crawling, and I'm like, that's how you know he's a great actor. I'm like, you don't realize what you're doing right now. Like, we can all see you, dude. And he's just like, nah, I'm a dragon. And you're like, fuck, this guy is a dragon.
He believes it.
Yeah, he believes he's a dragon.
It's funny because I'm sure when you were studying acting in school and you were doing that kind of bullshit for like acting exercises, you're like, this is all bullshit. I'm never gonna need it.
Yeah, no, you do. Yeah.
One day.
Have you seen the Gandalf, the Ian McClellan breaking down, talking to a tennis ball on a stick?
I don't think so.
There's a video of him like crying because somebody is like there's a tennis ball on a stick. It's a guy in a green suit, hockey stick, with a tennis ball in the end, and he's just like, and Ian McClellan is dressed as Gandalf, and he's like, oh, you shut up, and he's just like, this isn't why I got into acting. And he just like breaks down.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he just like breaks down. He's like, no, this is because he's like an actual like legit stage like actor.
All those old English guys are fucking.
Yeah,
like
all those old
insane.
and he's like he was like fucking acting with like Jesus Christ and shit. Like, and he was like, this isn't why I got into acting. And it's just a fat guy in a green suit with a fucking tennis ball in his face. And he's just like talking to a tennis ball.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, this is fucking Gollum.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, it's the most epic form of acting, arguably.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. But his whole thing, I think he wants to do like, because stage acting is ensemble work.
Yeah.
Stage acting is like, I want 9 dudes to react to. And you're like, you put that down way too quick.
Yeah.
You know, and like, well, yeah, but how did you proceed? What was your choice?
Yeah.
Did you listen? Were you listening? How did you react? And you're like, react? How dare you?
How'd you feel when you're putting the glass down? I don't know, bro.
Yeah, and you're just like, don't talk to me, I'm still the other guy.
You're on the side of method acting is ridiculous, right?
Yeah, I think it's insane. It's a thing of like, if you can't switch it off, you're an insane person.
Right.
You need to be institutionalized.
Yeah, right.
Like Daniel Day-Lewis when he had everybody carry him in My Left Foot. Have you seen My Left Foot? Amazing performance. The one where he's like paralyzed, he has like cerebral palsy or something. And he's like an amazing artist.
The title's very cute for what it actually is about.
He learns to he learns to paint with like his left foot.
Yeah.
And he actually is like painting with his left foot. But during the filming of the movie, he would like refuse to move because he was like, I'm paralyzed. And they were like, no, but yeah, you're gonna go to the bathroom. So you gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, yeah, but you gotta carry me.
Yeah.
He's like, how do you believe that there's this bathroom that is not in 1964?
Yeah.
And I have to carry you because you believe you're this guy, but you can just forget the fact that some guy's carrying you.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, oh, they can't move. I believe that's what I'm saying. Like you're an insane person.
Could you imagine?
You're an insane person.
Could you imagine when he played Lincoln and his wife turned on the lights? And
Yeah,
witch.
yeah, that's literally shit like that. Have you seen? I think it was during Lincoln. He got pneumonia.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he got pneumonia because he refused to eat he refused to modern medicine. He's like, oh, you fucking scoundrel, they didn't have antibiotics in Lincoln's day. And he was like dying.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is amazing, but we can't have a movie if you're dead, bro.
But no.
Yeah,
No.
but shit like that, where it's like, you're insane. Like, with the other dudes who are amazing are the pros. I'm talking about like the dudes like Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep is somebody who's just like action. She's like, wait a minute, where'd Meryl Streep go?
Yeah.
Right? And then you're like, cut. And she's like, where the fuck is my sandwich? Right? And she's like, I don't know what Meryl Streep says.
She lets her beard.
Yeah,
down.
she's like, oh god. Her what are those shits called? The things that like
garter?
No.
Corset
kind of? No.
Falda?
Keep going though. We're gonna get there from falda. Not falda. Faja. What you were thinking is the thing that like.
I think falda is the one the girls.
Falda is a skirt. Falda is a skirt. Faja is the thing that you're thinking of. Fuck. What is that shit called? We need Julie to be our Jamie. What's the thing? What's the thing called when people like tie themselves into a not a corset. Corset is like a distinguished thing like with an occasion. What is the other thing that you're just like, I don't want to be fat, so I wore this thing?
What's that strap women put on?
It's also corset.
But it's called a corset?
That's what I've heard it called.
This is another word I'm looking for.
I have heard it different.
Damn it, what's it called? Is it a corset?
Can I audition as your Jamie now?
Yeah.
Right,
sorry, Julie. It'd be actually kind of interesting because I've been asking, my girlfriend's been sitting on some of the podcasts that I've been doing, and sometimes I need like a woman's opinion of like, is this stupid? She's like, don't talk to me. But my point is, instead of Jamie being Googling shit, we can ask a woman to
Girdle?
Girdle. That's what I was looking for. Girdle.
You know, it's funny.
1700.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Which I thought corset was older.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
The first thing that came up for faja in English is wad of bills.
Yeah, my faja. Because it's...
Don't act like you know that.
Yeah, no, actually I do. A faja just means like packed in.
Oh, okay.
That's what that means. Yeah,
makes
that's
sense.
what that means.
Yeah.
So
that's why I don't know. I'm not a baller.
Fajitas? I just got that.
Oh.
You just pack those little ones in.
Yeah.
It's just little.
Packing and everything.
Yeah. I just got that.
Fajitas are good.
Fajitas are good. That's a Nick Swartzen joke.
No.
Have you ever heard that Nick
It's
Swartzen?
not a joke, that's a fact.
No, he has a bit. It is a fact. He has a bit about like, you ever order fajitas and they come and you hear them coming, and it became a big thing because Brandon Schaub stole it. And it's a Nick Swartzen joke.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's a fucking party. You can hear it coming down. And he's like, I love fajitas. And then Brendan Schwab literally fucking word for word copied it. That
was the cringiest thing I've ever seen. The Tiger Belly with Brendan Schaub and.
Oh yeah, did you see that shit,
Belly
dude? You know what's funny? I love talking about Brendan Schaub because now it's at the point where like I feel bad for him. Like now
Being a little rough.
Now it's like I'm on the subreddit and trying to hate on him too. And they're like, look at this guy, the way he drinks a soda. And I'm like, he's just drinking a soda like a normal guy.
You guys are running out of shit.
Yeah, they're running out of shit. Like, look
Running
at this. Can you believe this? And he's like, what did he do? He's like, he blinked too many times. And you're like, come on. That's how I feel. But he's an idiot for sure. But like, I don't know. I think at this point, he's like, they've ran out of shit. Like, you can only hate on somebody so much. Who's next is what I want. I want to hate somebody else.
I think the problem is that they should have had a goal. They should have been like, we all hate his comedy. How much do we hate it? We hate his comedy so much we want him to fight again.
Well, it's funny you say that because I think they all hated his comedy so much that they wanted him to not do it anymore.
That's what I'm saying. But what did
that never became the thing. It became a thing where everybody was just so entertained hating on him that they lost focus.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, do we want this guy to be canceled? Like, no. Then what are we going to talk shit about?
Yeah.
Like, all right.
He kind of became Reddit's Millhouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody to
Which now he's like, I'm still waiting. Like everything's coming up, Brandon Schaub.
It will soon. It will.
Dude, Justin Turner is turning it up now. All of a sudden, he knows how to play baseball.
Maybe it's only been like a week.
He's killing it this week though.
It's only been like a week.
He's batting like 500 and shit.
Yeah.
But
so I'm saying like out of 12 weeks already.
He's been terrible. He's been so bad. He's that old man now. I think it's because he shaved his beard. That's what I think.
I think.
Oh, the Dodgers.
I'm trying to think of an excuse for him, huh?
I was gonna say the thing about the Dodgers is that like they have superstars and they also have players who weren't supposed to be superstars turn into superstars. And now those guys who turn into superstars that weren't supposed to be superstars are not superstars. They're not like playing like that. Like Justin Turner was a guy who got fucking cut by the Mets. Yeah. And this guy sucks. He came into the Dodgers. This guy's the greatest player who ever lived. Yeah. And now the Mets are like, see, told you. Yeah, basically because you guys forgot to tell him to swing the bat.
Yeah.
That's
Max Muncy got thrown away by the team that picks up trash.
Yeah. at the A's,
Yeah.
Oakland A's, same
He
thing.
picks up
And
trash.
then the Dodgers were like, look, all you got to do is this, Max. And then look at Max Muncy going yard. Atta boy, Max.
They hit a home run today. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the game, I guess.
Which is I feel like if you haven't seen live sports, that's on you.
Yeah, live sports is the rough one.
That's on you.
I would not text you for like weeks because I didn't want you to
Yeah,
tell
because
me
you're
about
insane.
it.
Remember, I did a bit about it. I was like, don't text me about the inauguration, bro. I don't know who won. I don't know who won the election yet. I T-voted it.
Oh, I know. I got tickets though. I'm being
Yeah,
inauguration.
yeah. I was like, God damn it.
That would be pretty cool if you could pull it off.
I think I did it once. It didn't work out well.
No, not your
the
bitch
joke.
fucking sucks. If you could pull off
Not knowing who won the election,
and going to the inauguration,
you're like, fuck, these helicopters are fucking shooting missiles at the White House, but I don't know what that means.
this can't be good.
It's kind of the Democrat win or the Republican. Like, no, fool, you fucked up. You didn't see what happened. A fucking independent came, and this fool was like, I don't give a fuck about the White House. And you're like, oh, what, for real? Like, fuck, spoiler, bitch. I didn't watch.
But then that'd be a buzzkill. Because then for sure the person you wanted to win didn't win.
I never wanted anybody to win. I never voted.
I want America to win.
Yeah, but they keep losing because they keep voting for the dudes.
For whatever idiot they put up there.
I've never voted because it doesn't matter.
Literally?
Literally, I never voted because it doesn't matter.
It's pretty impressive.
Because let's just say the guy I would vote for, let's say guy, because come on, this is America. A woman's not going to win unless it's by default, Kamala. You know?
Unless somebody hired you.
Well, unless she won because the real winner won. That's like when the winner brings everybody. They're like, no, we're all going to eat today.
Yeah.
But I was it's literally called a running mate. You run with me.
Yeah.
I don't run with you. You run with me. But like I would have maybe voted for. Actually, I don't want to give it away because it's funnier that way. To be like, ooh, it's Ponch Pro, blue or red. You'll never know. But my hat is.
I don't know if your listeners care. I don't think mine do. Or
They
mine.
don't. I don't. Yeah.
Shooting It.
I find myself changing my views recently. That happened to you?
You're getting old.
I feel that's what it is. I've been realizing, like, I used to be this guy who was like, oh, fucking these guys. It's like the Sideshow Bob thing. You just want a fucking Republican to rule you with an iron fist. That's literally what I want. I'm like, I don't fucking. It's getting too wonky, man. It's getting too. Just tell me what to do at this point. Stop.
I think that's the news manipulators into that though, right? Because I've been hearing a lot of people talk that way, and they're like, man, they need to be harder on crime. And I'm like, bro, if they were harder on crime when you were fucking like 10 years ago, you'd be locked up for 100
Exactly.
years.
That's funny you say that because how people are now saying how like cops, oh man, cops don't even come out no more. I'm like, when did they ever come out?
Yeah.
And it's just because now it's known because
Yeah.
cops are like, I'm out. You're gonna fucking say Black Lives Matter? Fuck it, we're out.
Yeah.
We're not gonna respond to nothing anymore. So now that's what happens. So now everybody's like, wait, the cops didn't come. Oh man, they're against us. No, they've always been against you, bitch. But now it's public. That's what I'm saying. So that's how I feel about like.
I don't agree with the against you thing, but that is weird that,
they're
we
against
learn,
you.
that we learned when we were kids. That like something got jacked, like it just got jacked, like it's just
Exactly. Same thing with
Don't
like
call the
yeah,
cops, like,
yeah,
what's the point of
exactly.
that?
Same thing with like that's how I feel. But that's we grew up. It's circumstantial, right? Where it's like we got to the point where like everybody's gonna punch you in the face if they could, steal your wallet and rape your mom and take your fucking house. Right? We know that's gonna happen. So you need to protect yourself and like tell your mom not to be a whore, buy a shotgun, fucking rent, don't buy a house, right? And do all these things so it's gonna prevent you from getting there. So when it does happen, you're not like, oh man.
yeah. But then you get a bunch
I
of people
didn't
get
know
into
you
like the system doesn't let me do that, but that's all.
But the system never let you do it, is what I'm saying. But for us specifically,
Yeah.
more you than me, because. But yeah, so
I can't stay my ass in the house.
But you see what I'm saying? It's the thing of like, I know it's always been flawed, and I've tried to like maneuver in between it, and be like, well, my dad's an illegal immigrant, so everything I do is illegal technically, so I'm gonna steal anyway.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I'm not making any sense now.
No, I said we steal. Let's think of something right now. There's Ralph's.
Ralph's.
Yeah. We could try a dine dash.
The move now is the stuff in the grocery cart with things like you're just shopping like normal. Sorry, it's cool if I made dinner
I've done that a bunch of times on accident.
and just walk out with the cart full of.
Not
That's what I was gonna say. That's the new move. It's just like walk out of like, oh, they're not gonna stop me.
Yeah.
Unless there's some fucking cowboy who's fucking, a dude with Down syndrome, his first job ever, and he's like, oh, I have to like, stop this because it's the only job I've ever got.
And then at that point, it's sweet, and you go.
Exactly, and then you're an asshole for stealing from a Down syndrome guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's where it hurts.
I'm doing a lot of Down syndrome stuff recently because I have this joke about this person that I used to see who had it. Did I tell you about this chick?
You're getting risky. You're doing Down syndrome stuff now. You're about to get married.
All right. Can I tell you this joke that I thought about? You heard of that show, Love on the Spectrum?
Yeah.
Where I'm like, you can't say the R word these days, right? It's not okay to say the R word, but you can do a whole show about them being in love and laugh at them. That's okay.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can't say the R word.
I have this whole thing about how like TLC is essentially like a weird, or those channels
Exactly.
are like weird, like abusive shows.
Like the Little People
like,
one.
Oh, these people are really fat.
Yeah.
These people are really little. These people are really
like
tall.
the Little People one, or like
Yeah.
whatever it's called. It has like a fucking stupid ironic thing, like Little People Big Heart, or like
Yeah.
some shit where it's like, don't call him midget, but look at them trying to open the cupboard. He's trying to open the cupboard,
Yeah.
and you're like, what? How is that okay?
Yeah.
But it's whatever you can manipulate. I've realized I was I have this joke. You've probably seen it on my thing if you've seen it about the chivalry is dead.
Yeah.
With it's technically a trans joke, but I always say it as like, my dad told me this, or chivalry is dead. That's a good thing, right? So it's like, how do you manipulate it in a way where it's like, wait, that's a trans joke? No, that's just funny. Where like, how do you like slide it in? And like, it was.
Yeah.
And you can't be like, don't you hate trans, and then do a trans joke, and then be like, boo. This guy hates trans, but if you're like, I love trans, you know what's one of the reasons I love about them? Gender neutral bath. And then you do the thing and you're like uplifting them.
Yeah.
You're like, yay, right? But you gotta trick them.
Yeah. I'll say it seems like it's going to turn into dangerous territory, though.
I've started to see my reputation, which you would know more than anybody, I think, of like who I was when I was younger and who I am now. Like, honestly, I feel like if anybody, like, I would say I've become a little bit more docile, a little bit more like PC.
I just told a story on the Shooting It about you.
Shout out to Shootin' It, guys.
You got to listen to it. But I was like, I told it, and my brothers were laughing or whatever, and I was like, yeah, Ponch used to say some fucking super fucking gnarly shit.
I used to say some outlandish shit. And now my point is that, like, I still say outlandish shit, but now I sell it to you, and it's not outlandish.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, how do I just flip the script a little bit and be like, I'm still saying outlandish shit, but now I'm like, can you believe this ridiculousness? I don't know. My point is, I forgot.
No, I get what you mean. It's the difference between somebody in a comedy club somehow for some reason picking on you in the crowd and saying like, I fucked your mom, and like some homeless person being like, I fucked your mom. Like, there's a big difference.
There's a big difference. It's funny. It's funny you said that. There was a guy I saw the other day. He was doing this. He did this. He sucked too. He did this joke about like he specifically said transsexuals, and I'm like, that's your first problem right there. Nobody says transsexuals anymore. You just say trans. It means the same thing, but now it's soft because that's what the people who identify as want to be called.
Actually, I think it's because you're not supposed to say transsexual, you're supposed to say transgender, but yeah, I get your point.
Either way, my point is, you say trans, you don't know what it is. Transsexual, transgender, trans...
So if I call it tranny?
Yeah. Well, if you say, you can only say tranny if it's related to your car. Yeah. You know, like, what happened to your car? Oh, fucking tranny ran out. Yeah. That bitch escaped. I was trying to fucking get her to fucking, suck my dick.
Chunking along.
Yeah. But she was like, nah, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But I call her she. Yeah. Obviously, he was born Julio. But, I don't know. Now I'm getting like, I come to LA for 1 minute and I become this guy.
You what?
Fuck trans is what I'm saying. Just kidding. Allegedly.
Literally or figuratively? Because literally...
I was just talking shit. I was talking shit. For the sake of talking shit. But yeah, fuck trans. Literally and figuratively. Yeah. No, not figuratively. Literally.
Yeah. Not figuratively.
Because they're attractive individuals.
Because English is complicated.
Yeah. My point is, you can get whatever you need. It's like I'm trying to think of a thing that has, you get it, and then it's like, everybody is like happy with it.
A win-win situation?
Yeah, but like with trans specifically, it's like, that's not your flavor, but it also has this flavor. Like, it's both flavors in one. Like, that's true, I hate that first flavor, but I love that second flavor.
I really love that second flavor, though.
Or really want that second flavor. Yeah. Anyways, I might have to cut this out. I apologize to Julie. You have to listen to our bullshit. Yeah. Have you not been listening to us?
This isn't your application for that podcast thing that you want to do in
Seattle. See, if I could flip it though, if I can be like, you see how terrible of a person I am? Do you see this podcast that I made? Here's what not to do.
Don't hang out with brown people.
Yeah. They get the worst out of you. But see what I'm saying? Like, is I think, how do I just like change it? How do I say, I can't believe I did this terrible thing, but I'm going to teach others not to do this terrible thing that I have done. Subscribe to my Patreon. And then
I don't think it works like that, though. You know what I mean?
I think I know.
Because Cosby wasn't like...
Well, he wasn't advocating for raping chicks. He just did it, and then they're like, you can't do that. I was like, bro, I'm a hero.
I'm saying, you're saying you said these things and you're trying to say that like this is what you're not supposed to do. It's really hard to take it back that way. I mean, that's all.
Yeah, you're right.
Can't think of a better example.
Yeah.
But.
No, that makes sense. I just feel like you can always. I feel like I should get into politics. Like, you shouldn't, because politics are like, it's like politics is like Uber now. It used to be worth it, but now everybody's doing it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a good way to put it.
And the rates are terrible. You know, it's like gas is expensive. You know, people puke in your car. It's too much work.
Oh, shit.
You know, it's
That's
too
a
much
good way to
work.
put it.
Yeah, it's too much work.
That's a good way to put it.
Everybody's doing it. What's that chick? The one from I think she's hilarious. The white chick. She's like the Bizarro AOC.
Oh, fuck.
What's her name?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, that dumb chick. I think she's hilarious because all she is the amalgamation of like all of the things that you shouldn't do, or all of these things that, depending on your point of view, should do. And she's just like, every time she like, oh, she did it. Ah, she did it.
Yeah.
Ah, she did it. Like, it's like a speed run of a game. You're like, don't forget the thing. Oh, you didn't forget it. You got it. It's like, yeah. Don't forget to insult trans. Ah, she did it. Don't forget to say that fucking Jesus, put Jesus. Oh, you got it. And it's like, right? She's just like, in her own different style, checking all those boxes that are going to piss you off. And like, she doesn't care either. None of those people care.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know?
It's just like when you see a news person that was like on Fox that was super hardcore Republican, then now they're on MSNBC being like hardcore Democrat.
Yeah, but see, I always think about the Simpsons. Because the Simpsons was sold when 20th Century Fox sold all their shit. They kept Fox. They kept Fox News. Because they were like, we don't care about what this is. We care about what it can be. Of this, like, people listen to it. And we can, like, fucking sway elections. So, like, we're going to keep this. You can have fucking Spider-Man. You can have the Simpsons. We're going to keep fucking Fox News.
We're going to keep the adults?
Yeah. Well, you're going to keep the people who are the majority
Voting.
still. The majority still, yeah. The majority of whatever. Either voting. Yeah, because I don't vote. Would I vote for those guys? Or like those guys? No. I'd fuck shit up. I'd vote for Kanye. That's why it's good that I don't vote.
I feel like, why not?
Why not vote for Kanye?
Yeah.
I agree. Vote for Kanye.
What's he going to do?
It's going to be any worse than anybody else has done.
I feel like he wouldn't be able to put things together enough like Dick Cheney to like really fuck things up.
Yeah.
So like, just let him be up there.
But then that's what happens when dudes like Dick Cheney are fucking proud.
The vice president, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you have all these other fucking predators, right? These guys are like, oh, Kanye's an idiot. Watch this. You guys know Sweden? Yeah, I'm nuking them. I'm not. Kanye is.
Taking all the gold.
Yeah. But
Oh, fuck. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
word later.